Hi, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural Pillow Talk.
I'm in my jammies. Jen's in her jammies.
Jen and her jammies, Marvin in his... I don't know
He's
what...
got clothes on underneath it, people.
Actually, I don't.
Babies, you got underwear.
I got underwear on. Thank you for telling everyone.
Well, it's better because people are visual. Like when people tell me they're in their shower, I see them in the shower and then I see everything. So they shouldn't tell me when they're in the shower because then I see it. I don't want to see it.
Anyway, so the motivation for this little series is what?
Well, this is our month anniversary of being together.
Mm-hmm.
After 900 years, babies.
Actually, there's two anniversaries. One is 1 month since you arrived, which is pretty freaking awesome.
Yes, babies, kiss me.
And the other thing is it's like 22 months since we first got together.
Yeah, baby. So it's our anniversary. And
So 2 times anniversaries.
But well, there's another anniversary kinda. We got the book done.
Oh yes. Oh.
So it's a trifecta.
All right.
Tries 3.
Tell the listener which book are we talking about?
Oh my gosh. He's got such a swelled head right now, people. Because he had to edit all my poems. And like most of my love poems in it are written for him. So yeah, the first time I read them to him in person, that's how I got him to fall in love with me. Or admit that he fell in love with me, because he was putting up a good fight. Oh, shut up. You're laughing too hard. Anyways, so when I read him to him the first time, he just sat there really uncomfortable, and he was glazed over, and he was red and uncomfortable and stuff. And he just didn't want to let it in and stuff. And so we had to quantify it, saying, I'm writing as a surrogate for goddess, and you're listening as male energy healing goddess. So that was my skew, so he would take it in and not blow me off with all those, and it worked. And then
Baby, you did a number on me.
Oh, babies, I worked my ass off. Yeah. And then you have the nerve to say that I didn't have to work so hard because you loved me right away.
I did love you right away.
Yeah.
You know that right from the beginning, I knew that you were for me.
That's not what you told me. That there was a depiction between talking to you at night and then talking to you in the morning. At night, you'd say, I want to show you the world. I want to take you on vacations. I want to show you all the joy that you've missed. And then I bring it up in the morning and you say, what the fuck, don't cling on to me like that.
Well,
in energy, not in words.
In the morning, it was task mode.
Yes, babies. I know the difference between task mode Marvin and happy-go-lucky Marvin.
Ah.
And then happy-go-lucky Marvin would tell me, your hair, you don't need makeup. Your hair can be straight. You don't need to try so hard. You look better without makeup. And then I would ask task mode Marvin. I go, does this look better? And you go, why are you asking me? And he'd give me that look of disgust, like, how dare you ask me about your private hygiene.
So, but here's the thing.
Yes.
I'm not the kind of guy that will go, clothes shopping with you. So,
but you have gone to the...
I have, and it's not my natural mode, baby, just so you know.
But babies, you do it really well. You do it better than I do. I can't stand buying me anything. It's hard. I can shop forever for someone else, but for me.
I think there's something really spiritual about, women that have girlfriends that can go...
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That can go shopping with them.
No, what's so spiritual about that?
Oh, babies. Because trust me, you don't want me... You don't want me to go shopping with you.
Babies, I do.
All right, babies.
But I don't need anything. I have everything I need.
Well, there's a spiritual conversation.
What?
We had the recent Genuine Healing Subscribers event at 5 o'clock in the morning, our time.
Mm-hmm.
and I had to wake this poor girl up at 3:30 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to let her have another half hour sleep.
Well,
Anyway,
we
so
were doing such intense taps in that you got to admit in the subscription um, groups, it's intensified and it's concentrated, so we can say things in there that I can't say out in public because it'd be too controversial and stuff. So and the work we do is very concentrated because people have committed to doing the controversial work and the heavy lifting of spirituality.
well, they've committed to doing the work. That's the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I was going to say:
What?
is that in that session we got to the nub of spirituality.
You got to the nub. This is all you, right?
Well,
I don't know what you're going to say.
so we were reading two of your poems,
Ooh, yeah.
and they were pretty juicy, wouldn't you say?
Well, thank you for that. I just, you know. do what
Anyway,
comes.
so here's the thing. It occurred to me, and here's the thing, folks. It occurred to me that you can work hard and stress about, your spiritual practice, and you can meditate up the wazoo and whatever it is that you do. But it seems to me that at the end of the day, it is a lived experience, and it is all about relaxing your atoms, and
Doing what you love,
so doing what you love, finding your purpose,
outflowing,
outflowing, being in service,
being in balance, like giving and receiving.
and coming from a position of love. So loving everything that you do and being in a perpetual state of gratitude.
And that includes self-love because people leave that out and it's a huge component of it.
Yeah. So, yes, for those that are so out of that synchronicity, the real question is, how do you get into it?
And that's what we were talking about. But
it's so once you realize that, it's actually not that intellectual. It really is.
Well, babies, that's why I think like a 5-year-old, because it's not supposed to be intellectual. And then people who are intellectual can miss it because they judge me as, well, that can't be the mouthpiece of truth.
Do you mean it can't be that simple, or?
Well, I come across as simple sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed that, but.
No, babies, there's nothing about you that's simple.
Babies, why thank you, babies.
Anyway, so it was actually quite a profound moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some people that come together twice a week on the subscribers thing, and it really is, I think it's a great resource. We really should be having 50, 100 people on the call twice a week. So anyway, I'm just saying, just going to put it out there.
Babies, this is like a seed of something new. And you know what? You know what I know? Because I can see the Akashic records of the future. I know when we become like really super known and stuff, mm-hmm. the people who are able to don't show my thighs, babies. I'm rubbing my own thigh. I don't have pants on.
Babies.
Babies.
Don't give people a visual.
Oh, that's okay. That won't do anything for them. It's okay. People who have had access to me for years,
mm-hmm.
and then they're gonna see they're sitting on the fence and they're waiting to see what happens. Like, oh, is she gonna burn out, or what's gonna go on? But a lot of people have seen me be an overnight success, which means takes years and years. And when I was away for that year, the adepts kept me alive by telling me I was going to be renowned and everything with this truth that I'm carrying and I'm able to access. But people who have people who have access to me now who could just like be one of our close confidence, have time to chat and work on their own spirituality right now, they're going to kick themselves, when we get out there and we just can't possibly give the same kind of individual attention.
Yeah. What I really love about these subscriber events is there's a lot of really important spiritual concepts that get going on.
Yeah.
But it's very intimate
Mm-hmm.
conversation.
And it's not carbon copy, because like today in the group, like one person was taking notes and I said, nope, don't take notes, because they're too in their head. And this other person who comes from the heart says, should I not take notes? I go, no, you take notes. You're fine. You're fine. So it's like, it's not a cookie cutter thing. Everyone's different, and you have to be able to like care enough. That's the thing. I care enough to care
Babies,
enough.
you care enough for 7.9 billion people.
Well, and skillions of other souls, like trees and bugs and birds and we're gonna put up our bird feeder tomorrow, you guys, and we're gonna like record that too.
Should we record that?
Yeah, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I lecture feeding the birds, and so we have to not be hypocrites.
Yep. So we got a whole bunch of bird seed.
But we got bird seed for the pretty birds, the parrots and the galahs.
No, so parakeets, galahs, and what else?
Cockatoos.
Cockatoos.
Well, the thing is, we have this one little tree that's outside my office window, and it's a little draping tree.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is like train them to come, or like let them know that the seed will be there. And so we're gonna like have all these parakeets land on that tree and stuff.
Yeah.
To get the feeder, and so it's gonna be like a parakeet tree, hopefully.
Yeah.
So that'll be really pretty to show people.
And it's going to be really cool because it's right outside your office window.
Mm-hmm. But
so when you're working and
Yeah.
you're being creative, you can just look outside, just swing your chair over, look outside and see all these parakeets
Mm-hmm.
and cockatoos and galahs.
Oh,
So these are the bigger birds. We do have some smaller birds that come around, so like little wren or
what
not
are
sure
they?
exactly what they are.
Sparrows. So the sparrows are my friends from America, and I do want to feed them, babies. I want to put our bowl out on the ground for the little sparrows, because they're my friends.
Yeah.
And so what's interesting about the tree outside my window is when I was in Rochester, and I was like taking the dogs over to Teresa's house to walk them. There was a special tree there, and all the birds would come into that tree, and I would sing to them. And they would sit for the concert, and they were really polite and everything, and it was the cutest thing. So I have that. That's happening here. So I have my birds that I'm familiar with in a tree that seems similar to me, to like have that familiarity like with home. Yeah. So that's why that's important to me. So the little birds are important to me too. And I forgot to tell you, when I was outside, the trees told me something.
Oh, what did they? Oh, we got to tell the listeners something else we did today. But yeah, what did they tell you?
Well, the trees over, where we're putting the wood.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to talk to them about.
Oh, gee, I always steal your thunder, baby.
You always steal, mate. Stop it.
I have
Stop stealing my
I want to give you back your thunder. So they remember I was fascinated with cane mulch.
Yes.
Remember the first day I went out there and talked to those trees? They said they wanted mulch.
Yep.
Well, apparently they have a sweet tooth.
They want sugarcane mulch.
Yes, each one of them.
God.
Is it?
You serious?
Patience. I'm totally serious. But if we get them that, it's almost like they're gonna like help me take the sugar cravings from me and take them into themselves for me.
Okay, but this is the mulch after the sugarcane has gone through its processing.
Well, I don't know what sugar tastes like to a tree. It's not like it has to be real sugar for a tree.
All right.
Just
So, but the cool thing is that tomorrow we're going to be seeding and germinating our winter crop.
Ooh. Wait a minute. I can't hardly wait. How am I going to sleep tonight thinking of that?
Babies. Grow up.
You grow up.
Yes, so we were... Ooh.
Babies. Come on, you're all mine.
Sorry, babies. I'm trying. I'm going to do my best.
It's okay, babies.
So, babies, you're showing my nippy.
Shh! Don't say the N word.
This is
The N-I word.
oh, okay.
Nippy word. Let's not get offensive. This
Is a family show,
is
babies.
a family show. All right. So tell them about.
We spent the last couple of days. So we went to the Beechworth Farmers Market. Oh, by the way, did you know that the Beechworth Farmers Market is our #1 trending video? Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Isn't that funny? So,
Imagine
after all the
us
spiritual thing and all
Yeah.
the private sessions that get put up on YouTube.
I told you we should do a sex tape like Kim Kardashian and get really famous.
Babies,
What?
we're in the bed. We're doing bed talk with Jen.
Well, this is as close as we're going to get to a sex tape.
All right, babies. Do you think we should do this often?
Let's ask people. Do you guys want to see us in bed often?
And
I don't know.
hang on. Just context. We're in bed, but we're talking about spiritual concepts.
Well, yeah, it's important because
Because we're not going to be doing weird stuff, are we, babies?
What do you mean, like foo-foo stuff or
Yeah.
weird sexual stuff?
Weird sexual stuff, babies.
Babies.
If people want a voyeuristic experience, they can buy the poetry book. Because there's chapter 12 is the erotica chapter.
He's so proud of that because he's got a swelled head with that. So when he was reading them the first time,
When
he was reading them the first time, he just glazed over. Now he had to go back and edit them, and he really read what he tried to avoid then, and now
Babies,
he likes it.
You really need to help. You really need to help the listener engage with. So
they understand
20,
perfect Jen.
22 months ago,
22 months ago.
You were writing a whole bunch of poems.
No, not
me.
in the first 2 months.
All right, so 21 months ago.
20
months ago. You started writing poems, and they ended up, interestingly, having a very erotic connotation.
But I didn't know that.
Well,
I'm Aspies. I don't know boundaries and stuff.
In the moment, you didn't know. Yes.
But yeah. So now
anyway,
it's
so
embarrassing, but they're really
in and amongst 185 other poems, we put a chapter on erotica,
and he made me draw erotic pictures.
I didn't make you, babies.
Well,
I can't make you do it.
Yes, you can, because all you have to do is suggest something to me and I'll do it. You know that.
All right, so I suggested to Jen that she might want to, if at all possible, and you should see some of these erotic pictures.
They're not bad.
They're pretty, wow, babies.
They depict the poems. That's all I'm doing.
Of course they depict the poems. Anything other and it would be just, gratuitous.
No, it's not gratuitous. Yeah. And what the whole point was is to give Goddess permission to enjoy sexuality with God energy.
Yes.
And stuff, so.
Yes, babies. You should read the introduction to the erotica section about the spiritual nature of sexuality.
Is it good?
It's bloody good.
Oh, I should read it.
It's so funny. We started sending out the pre-production version of the book to
the poetry book
to a small number of people, and so we're starting to get some comments and feedback, and the feedback it's pretty cool, right? So we got some really good feedback, and Jen's going, "Oh, I should read this." It's like, what? You haven't read it?
Yeah.
So she's reading it now and it's not the first time you have actually read it,
right?
But
it's work. So he's like, it's like, is it 30 pages?
The forward?
Yeah.
No, the forward is about 10, 15.
Well, when you're reading about yourself, it feels like 40. I'm not a narcissist, so I don't like reading about myself too much and stuff.
Yeah, so the forward is all about Jen and how I met Jen, and it's a great story. It really is.
I like it because this is where he gushes and stuff. He's not a...
Babies.
Babies.
I'm not a gusher.
You're not a gusher, but you gush about that, so that's nice.
But the funny thing is that lots of people, they're just bawling their eyes out. They're
Oh,
crying as
Michelle. Michelle cries. It's like she's like, we asked her to read through it to edit it, and she just had all these questions for the subscription um event, and then she goes, "Oh, I just read Marvin's forwards, and I just cried my eyes out, and now I don't have any questions at all. He answered everything."
babies.
That's what she said. I'm not lying.
I know, babies.
Uh,
It's funny when you gush with me.
I know, but guess what, people? When we're going into the stores and everything, I see all these women looking at him, and then they see me and they look away. So he's been like eye candy over here all the time, and he just doesn't see it. So,
I really don't.
well, I'm glad you don't. But if I catch you looking back, there's going to be problems.
You know, scratch their eyes out.
Babies, energetically.
So here I am, I'm just minding my own business.
Oh, he looks really good in his size 30 jeans.
30?
Yeah, aren't they 30 waist?
Yes, babies.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's American sizing. We go in centimeters.
What is it in Oz?
Well, my work pants are 77 R's, babies.
Well, that could be for American 77 could be inches for some.
No, centimeters, babies.
I know.
So the reason why so they're going to think this is pretty weird. So the reason why we know that, and that, well, both of us were in our work pants, work clothes today.
Don't tell them my sizes.
No, babies. I wouldn't even know what size you are.
Good. That's better. It's
Yeah.
better this way.
You're shrinking, babies.
I am shrinking. My pants are falling down a little bit.
I know. So we got a delivery of a load of firewood, which it's the biggest load of firewood I've ever had. And
But that's because it's cold in here, and we're not using the heat in the house, people, because he doesn't want to pay the heat bill. So we use the firewood for heat.
Babies. Anyway, so we got it delivered. It was the biggest load. It was a trailer load, biggest trailer load of wood I've ever seen. Anyway, so the dude just dumped it on our front. I don't know, what would you call it?
Side lawn.
Side lawn. Is that what you call it?
I don't know, babies. I don't know the vernaculars of every little swatch of.
Anyway, so we had to stack it basically. So we spent the last 2 days stacking this firewood, and it was good fun. And you should, and we were going to actually record it. We might record a little video clip later, showing them showing the listener the aftermath of stacking the wood. But I reckon this wood is going to be enough to last us for 3 years.
Well, good, babies, because yeah, I wanted a fire tonight. That's another thing we could do as a recording by the fire.
Oh, we should. Absolutely.
Squirrel!
Squirrel! We'll do that. All right, so we'll do fireside chats, and we'll do, every now and then, we'll do pillow talk. How's that?